Did I miss the X on more than one? Because we're at 50. 49. Okay, I guess. No, it's just still the one from part 2. I'm assuming this is gonna be a fight with rain. We're all here. The gang's all here. Now. Okay, Gregor's still MIA. He's in a state. Okay. We're gonna do. Oh, forgot to actually hit the new one. I think I will leave you. I'm gambling a little bit on a lot of these, but this is a team I think will work.
시선, 집중.
걸맞는 곳이어야 할 거다.
지령을 받았습니다.
지휘를 받는 건 오랜만이네요.
가시죠.
재촉지 마시오.
복지팀
명령하실 때까지 자리.
눈 멀지 않게 조심하도록.
Sweetie,
개인적인 감상으로
subjectively speaking, let me say that you are far more beautiful now than you were earlier, but
훨씬 방금 네가
do you have any idea what you just lost?
무엇을 놓쳐버린 건지.
What you just let go? Ryoshu has crawled out of the depths of hell, bringing herself up slowly by the spider's thread. She emerges her fingers around the scabbard. She emerges her fingers around the scabbard closed from all that leaves and lives.
세상에서 제일
You
소중한
sent away the most precious thing in the world with your own hands.
이제 그
Everything that made up that child has now been cut away because of you.
네가 이곳으로 왜
What you returned here for, what you wish to protect, what you long to meet again, all of it is gone now. You have nothing left.
밖에서 보고 있었던
We,
우리는
the outside, we still remember, but ironically, it was within yourself that it all passed into oblivion. Right.
너는
I've lost everything. That's not true, Ryoshu. You're still holding it in your hand. Ryoshu slowly opens her fist, as if she wasn't aware she'd been clenching it. Resting her palm on the scabbard presses against her skin as the shape and weight filling her senses.
소중한 것일수록
The more you treasure something,
켜지고 있을
the less of it
정도만 남겨두는
you
거야.
ought to keep. Just enough to fit within your hands.
뉘엔,
Rain, you of all
당신만
people.
내가 무엇이
You
될지
always
알고
knew what I
있었지.
was going to become, didn't you?
맞아.
Yes.
완성되었다면
And had I reached completion,
다음엔 뭐가
what would you have had left?
글쎄,
Who knows?
그건 늘 나에게
Only
속삭여
Hermes,
주시지.
who deigned to grace me with the whispers, would know the answer to that. Is there even a single thing about you that doesn't come from the prescripts?
네 말을 듣고 곰곰이 떠오르고
Now that you mention it, sweetie,
날 정말 없는
I suppose there really isn't.
그런 건
Mentioning Hermes We're getting into some Otis shit. Because at the very least, if it's referencing who I think it's referencing, Hermes, one of the Greek gods, it's more so tied to Otis and the Odysseus story. I suppose it really isn't. One day, the prescript told me to change my name, so I made a new one. One day, the prescript told me to start a family, so I got married and raised a child. Then another day, the prescript told me that someone would be killed right before my eyes and that I was to do nothing but watch it happen. And so I waited without lifting a finger. Even in their final moments, my wife and child never understood why I simply watched it happen to them.
그걸 당신은
And you just accepted that.
그러면 안 되는 걸까?
Do you think I shouldn't have?
딸,
Darling, remember that story about a spider that wanted to leave its web. Unsatisfied with merely gazing upon the sky, it wished to be free of all its webs. Saying that, a long-lived chrysalis, who was as wise as it was old, told the spider to circle its web 3,000 times. If nothing changes, another 3,000 times. Another set, nothing
바뀌지 않으면
change
3,000번을
should change nothing. Another set should nothing change. Still, round and round and round, the hopeful spider circled its web more times than it could count. Even after thousands of repetitions, all it saw was the same old web.
절망에 빠진
Spider, full of despair, went to confront the chrysalis, who had now metamorphosed
거울버린 나비에게 따졌어.
into a butterfly. I circled my web countless times. It said, "Why hasn't anything changed?" Flying off in the distance, the butterfly answered, "Resign yourself to the fact that you are forever bound to the web, and close your heart to the beautiful sky above until it ceases to stir any feeling in you. That is the only way to be truly free of the web."
딸,
My darling daughter, you'll end up losing everything if you let yourself be shackled by what gives you these feelings. Happiness, wrath, joy, sorrow, joy. Because once you get a taste of them, you'll learn the truth. That is to live is to suffer.
이게 내가
That is why I must remain in the house of spiders. Okay.
이대로 널
If I let you go here, you will never come home again.
평생 집으로 돌아오지 않겠지. 널 막아
I could
이곳에
force you to stay,
머물게
but I'd get nothing out of it.
남는 것. 하지만
But that is still better than letting this empty regret burrow through the heart, is it? Oh, you're finally showing effects from that sword. Alright, let's get started. Yoshi's HP cannot drop below 1 as long as there are 1 or more surviving allies in the encounter. Gerba's Blade, and convert all skill coins into unbreakable coins. I do not suppose it will be this easy.
포위만 구축.
둘,
전탄 격발.
좋아. 대단하다. 네. 다섯. 시스. 무화몽중. 또 여전히 아름답구나.
Yeah, it does not feel like we're doing a whole lot damage-wise. For the moment, at least. But I kind of also didn't expect to.
아비 규환. 여덟. 앞으로 하나. 눈길을 휘두고 무거운 아래로 눌렀어.
진짜 격발. 전술 시야 전개. 오제트의 눈으로.
뻗어볼 테니까. 완료. 검으로 마구 쪼아 뜯어먹어라.
Might be able to take advantage of my slot. Damn. He didn't get a shot off. Okay.
결국 이런 날이 왔구나.
Unfocused volley. The skill. I don't like. I don't like the auto scroll. Let's see a replica. Unfocused volley skill does not trigger the target's defensive skills. Can clash with skills regardless of speed. Plus, clash power gained is reduced by 1 for every 10 karmic consequences. Turn start. Gain 1 defensive down for every 10 stack. Gain 1 fragile for every 20 stack. Gain 1. Clash power is reduced by 1 for every 10 karmic consequences. Yeah, 16 currently. It's not unclashable. And does not trigger the target's defensive skills. Clash loss, gain damage down and paralysis, damage held with skills, cannot stagger the target on hit, does not activate sinking on target. After attack, if skill generates mag, lose 20 SP after attack in this turn.
의미 없다는 거. 떠날 이유는 없을 거였다. 넌 모든 것을 잃고 모든 것을 잃었어. 지리멸렬. 하나, 둘, 좋아. 넷. 다섯.
Anything so far, this fight is not as bad. This dude's just really tanky. The Gregor fight, the middle fight, the ring fight.
시스. 심장을 참지 거꾸로 매달.
I guess it was actually the Araya fight were a little bit more impactful. Throw this out here.
받아볼 텐가. 일곱. 앞으로 둘.
Open Faust doesn't. Oh, she might get severed. Yeah.
여덟. 앞으로 하나.
Don't worry, I have a heal coming.
내가 너를 위해 기도할 것이니 너는 반드시 부서진다.
눈길을 휘둘러 무거움의 아래로 눌러서.
There we go. Still a little bit off of stagger. Oh, right. I haven't actually used this one.
받아볼 텐가. 완료.
Might as well.
껌껌하고 좋아. 뜯어먹어라.
Oh. They mentioned the kaleidoscope.
전탄격발.
That definitely is what the like imagery of that ego just gave off is the kaleidoscope and going further and deeper and
이
deeper.
상처는
There was no reason to treat this wound. It was sure to burn again once you returned home anyway.
미리 익숙해지는 게 낫지.
May as well get used to it, right? You talk as if I'm gonna choose to stay. Sweetie, all will be well if you just stay. The House of Spiders doesn't have to disappear,
그러니
so please don't leave. I'm annoyed that you're not in a staggered state. This game does this all the time. These cinematic boss fights can't actually have the thing do what it's supposed to because we have the stagger line, but no, that's just a story beat moment. We're not actually gonna, like, give you free hits on the enemy, even though that's what we would have done in any of the earlier sections of this game. Shit.
내가 너를 위해 기도할 것이니 넌 반드시 부서진다. 다소 즐겁고
얼어붙은 피를 길게 휘감고 네
Shit.
다섯
총알값 아까울 놈은 아니고
Good God. Why is Hunter getting so bullied?
시스
I need to go see what's happening with Dog. So if I don't win this fight soon, I need to go eat. Shit.
앞으로 둘
약측 보강 완료.
여덟 앞으로 하나
Shit.
여기는 아무것도 아니다. 선원 전투. 석행.
That's 4 subs. Shit.
소리 없이 손뼉치고 목소리 없이 배웠어
Good golly.
네프 완료 그 운명은 네 운명이 아니야 그러니 거기서 빠져나오렴 요시드
Yeah. I think I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna come back to this one. I'm not trusting this. It has to fight.
볼성사납군.
I might need a little bit of a
이따위로
break.
추억을 도망치게 될 줄이야. 등 뒤로. 짜증나는
명령을 하시죠. 제
you,
촉심한 시위를 받는 건 오랜만이네요.
책임은 뭐
지령을 받았습니다.
이번
독재팀의 협조가 필요한 거지.
Yeah.
순수했던 나날로
See how this out
딸
pans out.
이대로 널 보내면 너는 평생 집으로 돌아오지 않겠지. 널 막아 이곳에 머물게 한들 내게 남는 건 없을 거야.
Shut up,
하지만
man.
공허한 후회가 심장.
Oh, we still actually set one of these off. Hmm.
하나. 둘. 좋아. 대단한 걸. 네. 시스.
Switching the audio from myself.
몸 좀.
Second verse loss makes it better, right?
받아볼 테니까.
앞으로 둘.
I say, I actually don't always agree with that notion because I.
그런 모습도 여전히 아름답다.
I don't know if we hit. Oh, we did hit one threshold. Because we did hit the first stack bar the first time. Eh.
아비 교환.
Not saying much because probably most of this is gonna get cut recording all this. So. Like, I'm not being super precious about trying to talk or trying to fill the void. You're neutral, you're neutral, you're somehow now dominating. Final power plus everyone. Do one of those. Damn.
여덟. 앞으로 하나.
Damn.
눈길을 휘둘러 무거운 아래로 눌러서.
She's not staggered. There's a piece of me hoping that at some point during this fight, Gregor recovers to join in. But I doubt it, because we couldn't select his ID. So.
전탄격발.
It does make me hope an Intervalo will dive into that, though.
네프 완료.
내가 너를 위해 기도할 것이야.
Just a little bit of healing.
넌 반드시 부서진다.
거울하고 쪽을 뜯어먹어라. 그래. 결국 이런 날이 왔구나.
This one was Clash, right? Right? Mm. No, it doesn't trigger the effect things, but I'm just gonna let everyone else dodge, because it ends after anyway.
포위망 구축.
난 알고 있지? 예측은 의미 없다는 거.
Gregor's green eye thing did give me thought, though, and I think there is one other color that showed up for the coin skills.
모든 것을 잃었어.
That,
쓰리는 총알값 아까울 놈은 아니군.
what was it? That the I think the eventual idea with the coin skills is eventually being now that we'll potentially have egos that could also have these bonus effects of sorts.
하나.
So now we could maybe have an ego with red coin skills that would counter enemy red coin skills. I think my only issue with it is red coin skills haven't been around super long. I don't remember when they actually started. I just remember them mainly giving me issue in Don Quixote's Canto. Because Don Q was a bitch.
좋아.
Father Don Quixote had like so many of them and like wiped my squad. And that's why I had Sinclair. Not Soul Survivor, but Dwayne Sinclair was the rock of that freaking fight that when I cleared it.
격발.
다섯.
Okay, we're hitting close. The only unfortunate part is I don't think the stagger bar means anything.
전술 시야차.
Oh,
오제트의 눈으로.
oh, so the game fucked me last time. Or I did enough damage after the stagger hit that it didn't. It rocked the conversation. So I'm not going to do your heavy damage skills because I don't think he's gonna stay this way for long. Slash, we're not actually gonna be able to do a lot of damage. We'll see. I might be wrong, but I definitely did not get this stagger this time. You're also hopeless. What would you be? Actually, would you be? No. Okay. Had to look. Wanted to see if the new ID would do me any favors. You're on the third. Can you take that one? You take that one. You take that. You that way. I believe matter. I never thought that red coin versus red coin should eventually counter one another, but
일곱, 앞으로 둘.
so far this fight's going better. I'm less certain.
눈길을 휘둘러 무거움의 아래로 눌러서.
There's a level of me that has been kind of lethargic about playing many games at all.
여덟, 앞으로 하나.
Like the few things I'm interested in playing are things that are like are better with a group. Okay, here's where we're hitting the. Hey, we can't actually do any damage right now. Cause story, but Limbus is probably one of the few that I am doing off my off time.
이
But
상처는
also, there was no reason to treat this. Okay, yeah, we did see this bit. There was no reason to treat the spoon. It was sure to burn again once you returned home anyway. May as well get used to it, right? You talk as if I'm going to choose to stay.
딸.
Sweetie, all would be well if you just stay. The House of Spiders doesn't have to disappear.
사라지지 않아. 그러니
So please don't leave.
포위만 구축.
Try it.
승리를 위해서라면.
No. We're still not doing actual damage.
폭포 쏠고 불어라. 둘. 네 버릇은 다 꿰고 있단다. 좋아. 같아서.
That still suck. Evade is the only way to actually get value. Oh, that's new, right? Remember this, sweetheart. Only Ryoshu could clash. Okay.
일곱, 앞으로 둘.
Let it, please. Wait.
내가 너를 위해 기도할 것이니 너는 반드시 부서진다.
소리 없이 손 뻗치고 목소리 없이 배워서.
Bye, Maru. Bye, Ishi.
약직 보강 완료.
여덟, 앞으로 하나.
Bye, Otis.
여기는
Dodges.
전원 전투.
Dodges. Only 8-5. What happens if I do this? I don't normally use the Dante skills, but if anything, this seems like the better time to use them.
얼어붙은 피를 길게 휘감고. 그 운명은
Damn.
네 운명이 아니야. 거기서 빠져나오려.
Key different, isn't it?
무시해.
Skill does not trigger the target's defense skills. Can clash with the skill regardless of speed. Gain 6 points and 6 count. Gain plus count is reduced for 1 for every karmic consequence. 1 use. Add SP plus 0. Generate 2 mangs. I mean, yeah, but I think some people are gonna fall. Because it does not trigger defensive skills. And I don't think he can be staggered out of it. And it immediately goes to the clash.
그건 그거고 이건 이거니까. 이제 와서 자유롭게 살아갈 수는 없어. 도망친 신의 병들이 너를 잡으러 갈 테니.
Oh, people are still here. Sorry, I'm shocked. What are you missing? Gluttony.
하나.
I didn't think that was a red coin show. Shit.
둘.
It.
좋아. 넷. 다섯.
This is going better.
소리 없이
Mildly.
지금 목소리 없이 배워서 시스.
Ta-da. Wait, who has Vade? The Power Clash. I don't know if that will actually do anything. Who are they targeting? One's the Ishii. Okay, they're all going to Ishii right now. You did. No, the ego doesn't do much. Okay. I think Sinclair and Ishii are going down. Turn on the cost and gain 1 state sling wound. I think I really need him to be losing these clashes, hopefully.
7 앞으로 2
Also, as to why I'm using Red Eyes Open, it's not just because I made this model after the Red Eyes Open, it's because the Red Eyes Open is her best clashing ego. Never not. At least for me. I find that to be the case with a lot of the third slot, like the Dimension Shitters are like some of the better Clash ones. Okay, we're down to 6. If I give Ryoshu these, she can't die. Damn. So even if she loses the clash, she'll stay standing. And she'll actually still hit him too. I forgot about that. Because all of her skills right now are Red Eyes.
8 앞으로 1
Oh, it's still alive too, right?
기행할 것도 없이
Yeah, Honglu's alive.
네가
Cool.
있을 지옥이잖니.
Fuck. Maybe not for long. Nope, double check the skill. Hello. Clash power is reduced by 1 for every 20 karmic consequences fortune. So he has a clash power plus 10. Turn start defense, gain 1 defense round run for every 10 sec, gain 1 fragile for every 20 secs, gain 1 clash power down for every 40 secs, max stack 20. How many level? Or do I give it to Ryoshu? Because she has, I thought, can I put her below hero? thought there was something about... I don't want Mommy to forget about me, but more than that, I don't want to lose her. So forget about me for now and take care of yourself. This is a better version than what Kathy did. Kathy, if that is how this is going to end up, Kathy disappearing from the world and making everyone else forget about her, and the only exceptions end up being Heath and Dante. Oh my lordy. Her version sucks by comparison. Okay, I might just gamble and go with Roja. She wins! Which means I get a heal. Which means even though everyone will be hit anyway, we could still tank it out.
하늘을 들춰 내 딸을 데려가려는 모든 걸 치워버릴 수밖에.
It won't stagger anyone. It already said that. It's not supposed to stagger anyone. It's just if everyone lives or not. Not everyone lived. Okay. We're so close though. By so close, I mean 700 off. I'm sorry.
둘.
Do it again.
좋아. 넷. 다섯. 시스.
Alright, I can't use that one. Oh, if we can tank through this turn, I think we're good. I think we got this.
일곱. 앞으로 둘. 날카로운 날로
To be more precise, I think Ryoshu has this. I just need Heath and Honglu not to die. He's 43 health.
끊어낼 수 없는 것들. 제 멋대로 끊어버리면 안 되는 거라고.
We fucking got it. 100%. What do I know about love? How can I create what I've never had? All I know is that I must keep you thriving. If nutrients are what you lack, you with every drop of love I have. Dad, why do sea waves keep crying? Once upon a time, because they're sad that they're knocking over the sandcastles. Then they should just not knock them over. Waves move with the winds. When the wind blows, the high and low tides can't help but knock down everything in their path. Then why not just push back when the wind blows? Think about it in this way, darling. The waves built those sandcastles only because the wind pulled them in. And now the wind is pushing them to bring the sandcastles down. So the waves really have no reason to feel sad. Then, Dad, when will they be happy? Well, let's take our time finding that out, shall we? We can save the ending for later. We'll read all these endings together once you grow up and become as old as Daddy. Okay. Then you gotta read to me every day. Pinky promise. I hear the waves. How do they sound? Me? They sound lonely.
경외라. 혹은
Fucking did it. I didn't have hope
비범은 이렇게나 큰 차이를
through part of that, but we made it.
한낱 날개 따위에
Roshi did the most. Partly red coin skills carrying that, I'm sure. Oh, Roger came in and just ate it. Sancho kind of too. Yusong had a little bit. You tanked quite a bit. Matter did a bit of tanking. Yeah, of course these two would be my damage dealers. Granted, where you at? Heath tanked it at the end too. Oof.